brushing might be brushing with a brush on the microphone. But to me, this is a brushing sound, and I think it's really nice. And I hope you do too. I really like this style of video, and I haven't done one in a while, so I thought it was time. I feel like this is kind of a nice head massage, ear massage, brain massage kind of a sensation when I'm touching the mic cover. And so I hope it might give you some tingles today. That is always my goal, to help you feel nice and give you some tingles. I love this mic cover so much. I purchased it very early on in my adventures with this Blue Yeti mic, which I had my channel for about a year before I even got a microphone. I'm just going to be doing some rambling and some encouraging words for you here as I scratch the mic. I hope you're having a good day, and if you're having a tough day, then that's why I'm here, to give you a little break from that, and a little bit of encouragement, and hopefully some nice sensations. But as I was saying, I got this mic cover pretty much right after I bought the Blue Yeti, which has been almost 3 years ago now, I guess. And I love purchasing things from Etsy. Anything I need to buy, I always look first to see if I can purchase it from either a local artisan or maker or someone on Etsy, because I love to support small businesses and enterprises. And I found these actually they're knitted, they're not crocheted, I think. These knitted mic covers made by someone on Etsy, and I'll put a link in some variety. And this fall, I will be celebrating the 4-year anniversary of this channel. So, might be time to add a little something extra to my very, very simple setup that I have here. And add a little variety. Yes. Good. So you just relax now. Now that we've started to get settled in here with these sounds and the shushing, nice sound of the mic cover and the sound of my whispers, if you would like to, you can just completely zone out and just let the sounds envelop you. Let the sounds wrap around you and help you feel safe and cozy and take away any of the yucky feelings that you're feeling right now. Let my voice just help you relax and let this nice brain massage help melt away your stress and your worries and anything that you would like to release right now. I am sending you good wishes, and I am sending you my care and my good intention for your wellness, for your well-being, for your peace of mind, for wellness in your body and wellness in your spirit, and any mental health concerns that you might be facing right now. I am sending you my very best wishes and my care and encouragement. I know how difficult those things can be. I mean, of course, I can't know exactly how you feel, but I have had my own experiences. I still have them all the time, with anxiety and with depression and fear and old patterns coming back to haunt me, overthinking and self-criticism and perfectionism and all of those things that just come up for us as humans. It just happens. I try not to judge myself, and I hope that you will also be kind to yourself and patient with yourself and not judge yourself when you have struggles. Tara Brach is a meditation teacher. Tara Brach is a meditation teacher that I mention often on this channel because I really like her guided meditations. I'll put a link to her channel as well. And one of the teachings that she talks about, this is a very long-standing spiritual teaching, is of the second arrow. And basically, the idea is that when we have challenges in life or something difficult happens to us, it's as if we've been pierced by an arrow. And the pain and the suffering is there, and there's nothing we can do about that oftentimes, other than try to accept it and take care of ourselves and do the best we can. might have made, or whatever brought about that first arrow. And we punish ourselves. We punish ourselves by being harsh and critical on ourselves and trying to tell ourselves that we should have been able to control the situation, we should have been able to prevent it, why did we do that, this sort of thing. And that we often cannot control that first arrow. We can't keep difficult things from happening to us in life. But we can choose not to let that second arrow pierce us. We can choose to be kind to ourselves, to bring as much acceptance and love and self-care to the situation as we can, to acknowledge our feelings and have compassion for ourselves, and not make the struggle any worse than it already is by being unkind to ourselves. So that's just a little philosophy for you today. If you've never heard that before, it's something I think about a lot because I have a tendency to be really critical of myself and to go over situations in my head or analyze decisions that I've made or choices and say, oh, well, why did you do that? You were being so foolish when you did that. You should have known better. Why did you make that same mistake again? Why did you fall into that old habit of thinking or that old pattern? Why couldn't you be different? Why? And all those circular traps of being mean to ourselves don't serve much purpose. They don't do us any good. It's one thing to be aware. I have a lot of self-awareness now, a lot more than I used to. And I can look at a situation and I can say, that's what happened there. There's where I fell into an old habit. Or there's where I didn't trust myself enough. Or I let fear drive my decisions. Or any number of other things, and I can see that. But instead of immediately jumping to criticizing myself about it, I can just say, good job, Devan. You noticed that. You're aware of that now. And I love you. I love you even though you made that mistake. That's what I say to myself, and you can say that too. You can say, I love you, my dear self, even though I'm not perfect and I never will be. And even though life will always be complicated, and there will always be forces that we can't control, you can still love yourself and have kindness and patience with yourself. And you can appreciate the ways that you've grown. That's what I try to do. I try to appreciate the ways that I've grown and the things that I can see, the awareness that I have about myself that I didn't have before. I feel like in the past, a lot of the times I would just feel angry and sad and worried and fearful and upset and keyed up, and I wouldn't really know why. I might think I knew why, but it was usually some external thing that I couldn't control, that I was kind of blaming my feelings on. And now I can usually look a little deeper and have that self-awareness and that self-compassion and say, okay, this is probably where that's coming from. This is probably this old situation that is coming up in my mind and reminding me of something that happened in the past, and I'm reflecting those old feelings on this new situation. Or maybe I'm letting old fears or old I try to give myself some compassion and some love and say to myself, hey, you are doing great. You're doing the best you can. You're doing better every day. And that is what I want to say to you, my friend. You are doing the best you can. You are doing the best you can every day. And I'm proud of you. I'm very, 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 very proud of you. Whether you've been on a journey for a long, 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 long time to build that kind of awareness, or if you're just beginning on a path of taking better care of yourself and prioritizing your needs and your mental health, if you're just beginning to take those baby, baby, baby steps towards a kinder, more compassionate way of living, no matter where you are on that journey, I see you. I see you and I appreciate you. I see that you're doing your best. I recognize that it's not easy. And I want you to know that I am cheering for you, okay? I am cheering you on, and I am rooting for you. And I believe in you. You know what I always like to say? Do you know what I'm going to say? Do you know what I'm going to say? I hope that I say this often enough that maybe it sticks in your mind sometimes. That you are valuable. You are valuable. You are valuable and lovable and irreplaceable. Let's say it one more time for those yucky feelings in the back. You are valuable. You are lovable. And you are irreplaceable. Do you hear that negative feelings? Do you hear that self-criticism? This person right here who is listening to this video right now is important. And they are a beautiful, shining soul. And they are valuable. And they are lovable. And they are irreplaceable in this world. I'm talking about you, my friend. I am talking about you. You have so much value. You are important. And you are special. And I don't want you to forget that, okay? So let me give you a little brain massage right now, okay? And you can just sink down in to that truth that you are a valuable person, that you are worthy, that you are worthy, that you are good enough, that you are more than good enough, that you are a divine creature, created in love and full of hope and promise and potential. Maybe take a few deep breaths if that would feel good to you. Deep breaths are always nice. That's always a nice little gift that we can give to ourselves, is take a deep breath. When I'm stressed out, I often say to myself, okay, no matter what, there is time for 3 breaths. And I will take that time to take 3 deep breaths and then see what happens after that. See if things are a little bit better or a little bit clearer for me. And I also just want to acknowledge that there is so much going on in the world right now that is upsetting and overstimulating, and much of it is out of our control. We all have a small sphere of control of things that we can do to take care of ourselves and actions that we can take to help our communities and our world. But we can't control everything. We can't fix everything. It's impossible, and taking that full burden onto our shoulders can be really, really, really hard on our spirits. So I want to encourage you to take care of yourself first and foremost, to do those basic things you need to do to help yourself be well. Make sure you're getting the rest that you need, giving yourself the nourishment that you need, working on some routines and basic daily things that you can do to help yourself. Something that I've been doing for over a year now, a year and a half now, is every morning I do a little short yoga routine with Yoga with Juliana, one of my favorite YouTube channels. I'll link to her as well. Oftentimes I only do 5 minutes, but that little 5 minutes helps me to reset and helps me to say, okay, my body deserves this attention. My mind and my spirit deserve this attention. And it helps me start out in a better mindset. So whatever that might be for you, a little walk in the morning, or a relaxing cup of tea, or reading a few pages of a book, or something that you really love doing that makes you feel good and nourishes your spirit, not something that you do because you're supposed to, or because it's the right thing to do, or it's the healthy thing to do. I mean, it can be nice to take inspiration from those kinds of things, but most importantly is taking a little time each day for you, for something that helps you rest and reset and feel better. Because I used to be a person that pushed myself to the limit. I would push myself until my tank of energy and resource was absolutely empty. And then I would just be burnt out and exhausted and feel terrible. And it would take so long to build back up. So now I try as much as I can to find the things that are resources for me. And I would encourage you to do that too. It's worth spending a little time thinking about, what are my resources? What is resourcing to me? And maybe that's music, maybe that's ASMR, maybe that's nature, maybe that's reading or spending time with people who make you feel uplifted and good. Maybe it's engaging in some kind of art or creativity, or looking at art, enjoying beautiful things, spending time with pets or with a child. I know the time I spend with my niece is very resourcing, and children also take a lot of our energy from us when we're caring for them. So that's a reality. But the energy and the imagination that comes from a child can also be a resource. And it could be something sensory. It could be cuddling up in a soft blanket, or putting on a cozy sweatshirt, or cuddling up to a stuffy, to a little stuffed animal, or a nice pillow or something like that. It could be smelling something lovely hopefully smelling some aromatherapy or a perfume that you like, or an essential oil, or the smell of nature, the smell of the rain, anything like that. It could be a taste. It could be eating a food that you find really satisfying and really savoring it. The taste of a delicious tea. I really take a lot of joy in tea and drinking different herbal teas. Or your coffee, or whatever it is that you enjoy, really taking a moment to savor that. It could be sounds, like I said, it could be music, or listening to relaxing nature sounds, or listening to a video like this, if that is resourcing for you. And like I said, I find that movement can be very resourcing. Doing a bit of yoga, or taking a walk, or dancing if you like to do that, or working out if that's your thing, or engaging in a game or a sport if you get enjoyment out of that. Just whatever you can do to connect with your body and get down out of your head a little bit and feel a little more in touch with your whole self. So there are some ideas for you, my friend. And maybe you're completely zoned out and asleep right now and you're not hearing any of this. And that is totally fine. I don't mind that at all. I don't mind that at all. That is what I am here for, is to help you wind down and rest. But if any of these thoughts or ideas are helpful to you, then I hope that you might pick one and give it a try. Whenever I do a video like this, I do not plan out what I'm going to say. I'm really spontaneous and intuitive in it, because I really believe that this is an opportunity for spirit to travel through me as a conduit and bring out whatever words that you all might need to hear. And so I hope that in all of this I can say something that might bring you some comfort, or a little bit of peace or inspiration in your life. That is my aspiration with these videos, is to lift you up and help you feel good and help you enjoy all the beauty and good that there is in this world. It's there. Sometimes the challenges of this world are so great that it's hard to see the beauty and the grace and the hope